Alright, be sure you shake the oil really well before you put it in. I'm just kidding, come on. You didn't really believe that, did you? Hey everybody, it is a beautiful fall day here in Virginia. The leaves are just turning into a blaze of glory, but you're not here for a weather report. You're here to see if we can get the 67 Fury to run. Now, it did sit for 42 years in a warehouse, but I got a sneaking suspicion we can get this baby to run. Well, in part one, we extracted this thing from a warehouse in Frostburg, and as you can see, I have cleaned it up quite a bit. You probably remember it was absolutely covered in dirt and grime, and it was kind of gross. The insides had a lot of mice turds, but all that's pretty much gone now, and what is left to do is to get it running. Now, I have already changed the oil and verified that the engine wasn't locked up, because wouldn't that be embarrassing? No, the engine does crank, but what I did find with that was a very dangerous leaking fuel line. So we are going to have to rectify that before we can try and start this. So we're leaking right here at the fuel pump. I'm hoping it's the hose, but it's possible that it is the fuel pump. We're going to find out. I'm just going to replace the hose and the fuel filter here. They did everything they could to make it difficult to get to these hose clamps. Now, the funny thing is, you know, if this were modern ethanol fuel, after 42 years, this would have just been a big pile of goo. Cut the crap out of myself earlier this morning, so I'm playing hurt. Really trying not to bend that finger. I put like a mile of hose on here. Must not be flared. It's the only reason I can think of for putting this much hose is you didn't flare it, so you wanted to make sure you had as much surface contact as possible. Now it is flared. Alright, that's that hose clamp. It's got a replaceable fitting. I think I'm going to see if I can tighten it up a little bit. Yeah, it's completely loose. Well, here's our old stuff, and it appears they used 3/8 hose on a 5/16 line, so might be another reason it was leaking. So we're just going to take some of this line, use the old line to measure it. That's about right. And we're going to cut it with the razor blade. So guess what I cut my finger with this morning? No, that's not a razor blade. Why would you say that? It was actually a heater duct. That stuff is sharp. It's like a razor blade. This razor blade is not that sharp. But there it goes. Oh, let me see if I have some clamps. Because these little spring clamps, yeah, see, they're not very springy anymore. Check this out. It does not have an arrow anywhere pointing to the flow. Weird, right? Fortunately, I had another one kicking around from another used one, and it's pretty obvious that this is the input, this is the output. Weird though, right? I think it's from China. That is much better. That takes care of our fuel line. I haven't checked the radiator yet. That's bone dry. I use concentrate, so the rest is going to be water. So I already know that it's got no brakes. Well, it's got a couple locked up brakes, but no functional brakes. You press that pedal, it goes right to the floor. I think you can see why. I'm going to go ahead and put some brake fluid in here. Anyway, the main reason I'm doing that is not because I think that I'll magically have brakes when I put brake fluid in, but to see if I have any leaks. Because this brake fluid will go down if there's any rusted lines, and it'll just start leaking. And so then I'll know I've got brake lines to replace. Kind of a cheating way to test those, I guess. You know, on paper, putting the gas fill behind the license plate seems like such a great idea. You know what? On paper, it's not a great idea either. I don't know why they ever thought this was a good idea. You get rear-ended and smash the gas tank, blow up. Doesn't seem that smart. They found that out with the Pinto. Look how difficult it is to try and get gasoline into this stupid thing. This is the worst. So I think we can all agree that this is a horrible idea. No, not this. This is a great idea. The horrible idea is putting gas in this tank that hasn't been cleaned. But is it really? I mean, if you think about it, the carburetor probably needs to be rebuilt anyways, right? Wouldn't that be a fair assumption? So if the carburetor already needs to be rebuilt, then what's the matter if, you know, you mix up the varnish a little bit in the gas tank? We're just trying to get this thing running. I mean, really, if I wanted to go whole hog, I would drop the tank, put in a new tank with electric fuel pump, and then put, well, then I'd probably change out that 2-barrel intake on this thing, put a 4-barrel intake on it, and then a nice Holly Sniper or something like that. I mean, that's what I would do. But we're just trying to get it running right now. Now I can put gas in it. This is Wawa ethanol-free gasoline. So we don't have to worry about this turning into goo. No fresh leaks. All right, I've got you all the way back there, so you can see it start up and probably see a big, huge cloud of smoke. We've got our jump box hooked up. I'm gonna pour a little bit of gasoline in it, and I'm gonna go start it. All right, here we go. Got the keys. Holy crap. I was not expecting it to start that fast. All right, let's give her some more gas. Some more gas down the carburetor. She's running. A little bit of smoke. Look at that. First time in 23 years. Can you guys believe it? I don't believe it. Unreal. We still got gas leak. I don't have any brakes. Well, let's see if it moves. Yeah, she's smoking a little bit. Definitely no brakes. Should have checked the power steering fluid. Oh, she's angry. Oh, there she goes. Not happy. We need to run our jump starter down. No, that's still okay. Definitely leaking fuel. Gotta fix that. What do you know? She moves. This might be Christine. So I guess we answered the question about will it run. Oh my God. That thing ran beyond my wildest expectations. I never, ever, in a million years, would have believed that Not only did the high idle work, but then the choke worked. Everything worked. I'm speechless. I have brought a lot of cars back to life, and like this car wants to run and drive and go places. Most of them are just kind of tired and they just kind of spit and they're like, and they just kind of run a little bit. Not this one. This one's just like, yeah, I've been sitting for 42 years. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go. Well, anyways, if you like this video, I've got more like it probably. Always making videos about old cars, new cars, all sorts of cars, just cars in general. And I'm speechless. I just don't know what to say about this car. I mean, I'm legit. I don't even know what to do. I guess I need to get the brakes working. That's probably what I should do next. At the moment, the car's going to sit here for about a week. I've got a bunch of people coming over next weekend. I'm rambling, but we're going to get the car inside the shop. It's not going to sit out here for long. It wants to drive. We're going to make it drive. See y'all down the road.